So I'm going to go backwards to forward. I believe that one of those men that I wound up hugging could have probably been somebody that preferred not to hug some black folk. It's just my speculation. Just my speculation. But when God do what God do, and the way God move, that is not even about making my enemy my footstool or anything like that. God changed hearts. God changed spirits. What somebody might think they don't like, by the time God through with you, and God will get hold of you whether you do God or you don't do God. So I'm busting, and I have a lot. That's what makes it all day. If I have multiple things to do, remember, I went from one end of town to the other, all in 4 ways. I was in a cross. I was on my Jesus that day. It was like a cross almost. It was a lot. So I'm on the one end of town doing my pertinent business. All of it was pertinent, but that was my do that first business. So I did that first. And then I walked back out to the bus stop. Wasn't even supposed to cross the street. The bus stop I needed was right there on the same side of the street as when I walked back to that street from the grocery store. But anywho, so I wasn't supposed to cross over the street. That's where I got off the bus to go to the grocery store. I wasn't going back in that same direction. So I crossed the street to go back in the same direction, and I got off the bus to go to the grocery store. I watched the bus come that I should have been on. Watched it go on past, because my brain, then the bus comes in the direction that I'm on. I get on the bus, it crosses over the big main street, and it gets to the very next stop. And I say, this bus going downtown, ain't it? Everybody start laughing, and like, yes. The man was like, get off the bus. I already knew what I had to do, but the man was like, get off the bus, go across the street. I was like, thank you, sir, appreciate you. So I go across the street, and there's 2 gentlemen at this bus stop. And then, you know, if I said that one of them looked like they weren't supposed to, they didn't look like they wanted to hug on some black folks, you know what color one of them was at least, but they both were. They both were Caucasian men, older men, and homeless. Excuse me. And yes, I did hug them. I hug homeless people. If I didn't, I probably wouldn't hug myself, or I would have never hugged my mother. She was homeless as well. They was talking about age, and the oldest one, he was in a wheelchair, and he kept telling the man that he wasn't older than him. They were born in the same year. And the one in the wheelchair was born in January, and the other one was born in December. I think it was 1946. So he kept saying, but I'm not older than you. He was like, you were born in December. Now, excuse me, you were born in January of 1946. I was born in December of 1946. So after they had gone through it so many times, I said, sir, I said, you're the oldest. I said, if you guys were both born in 46, I said, January starts the year. I said, you're not a Capricorn, so you wouldn't know that Capricorn starts the year and Capricorn ends the year. So once you get round to them December Capricorns, it's going to be another year after that. So there's no way you could have been born after him, sir, because that would have been January 1947. And he was the man that was fighting the battle of I'm the youngest. He was so just like, oh my God. He was like, basically like, you was heaven sent. You were supposed to be here because I couldn't make him understand me. He wasn't accepting what I was saying. And it took a little minute before he understood and accepted even what I was saying. But after it was all said and done, we talked and we talked and we talked and we talked until the bus came, and we talked about all kinds of things.